What is up, traders? What a beautiful day it is in the neighborhood. We got Bitcoin jumping out to all-time highs, which we kind of knew it was coming. Right here, I put this out. It's just a little poll that I put out on the YouTube community tab, asking people if they thought Bitcoin was going to reach these all-time highs before the weekly close. And 4%, well, it was only 184 votes, but 4% said never going to happen. I would really love to know who those people are. But anyways, what is going on, everybody? We got Harry D, Thomas Hempfield. Oh my God, so many of you. James, Thomas, Rocky. How's everybody doing? Brandon even stopped by. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is absolutely on fire. Mr. John Proctor, thank you so much. And welcome to the fam. Got to get everything situated here. All right. So basically, Bitcoin, you can see right here on the weekly time frame that we had one weekly pullback and that was it. And now we're taking off to the moon. So basically, I took this fib tool. Let me kill this music just a bit as it's aggravating me. All right, here we go. So we got the Bitcoin hitting this 0.618. It's a fib extension tool. Basically, I took it from the low over here, but let's go see why. There's a daily right down here, this daily candle. It's the last bearish candle that we had on this first pullback. You can see that was the last one. So I took the fib extension tool from the low of that bearish candle and just took it up to the high. It doesn't look like it matches the high because I took it on the weekly, but you can see it is the high right there and then down to this low because it's the lowest point. So that's going to give you targets or areas of resistance that you may want to maybe take some positions off. It's very extended, very extended. I mean, we don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. Here's the old all-time high down here. And I remember when this happened, everybody was freaking out. And if you look at the move in conjunction to that, that's just insane. You've had 3 red weeks since you broke out on the old all-time high. Yeah, it's going insane. If you look here though, on the weekly RSI, I don't really care too much about the stuff, but I do pay attention to it. You are printing bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. And I looked back on, this is Coinbase's data feed. I looked back and I can't find anywhere else that Bitcoin was printing all-time highs and bearish divergence to that extreme. I mean, it's pretty extreme divergence, but we are making new all-time highs this weekend. So yeah, it's moving up. To answer someone in the question, they already asked in the chat if this wait for a pullback. Yeah, you don't want to buy it up here, especially because we don't know what's going to happen in the next few days. Now, it's just Saturday, so it's got some time till Monday comes, obviously. But yeah, that's a nice, strong daily candle so far. So I'm loving that, loving it. This pullback right here was, I mean, it's textbook. It's almost came down to the old all-time high, not quite. And then you just straight up out of there. We were watching this last week on the Crypto Weekly Outlook video last Saturday. We were watching price action in this area right here, if you remember, because right here was your resistance. And I was basically saying that we needed to get an 8-hour closure above that level. So we did get that 8-hour closure, but then a little fake out happened where you had a bearish engulfing candle, which took out the entire range of that previous candle, a little low test, and then you shot up out of there. This area right here, when you close back above, this retest back down into that is your entry if you're trading Bitcoin. All right, it's just that simple. You get a push up in out of there. Once this bearish engulfing happened, this candle opened up and made a test. All right, it looks like you basically tested the opening price of this bullish candle, and sayonara, you are making new all-time highs with very few pullbacks in the middle of it. So yeah, when we were trading in this area right here is when I put out that thing, basically seeing if other people felt the same way as I did. Once this strong price action came out of here, you got Michael Saylor adding to his position. I think I read somewhere that said that even though he bought it up here around 57,000, that gives his entire position a cost basis of around 20 something grand. So he's doing phenomenal work. Michael Saylor is the Chad. Everybody else is in suit. They're following. You got Tesla doing the same thing, putting their money on, getting some of the off of the balance sheets, putting it into Bitcoin. Got to save that value any way you can. And we're seeing this is absolutely phenomenal what we're seeing. Bitcoin is making history right in front of everybody's eyes, and nobody's really paying attention. They're trying to spit FUD at this thing, and it just can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. And the thing of it is these, when you get up in high prices like this, you're going to have massive ranges. Like these weekly candles are freaking huge compared to the ranges that they were down in here. You know what I'm saying? Look at the size of them. They're massive. So if this is your pullback and it's gotten bought back up already, you've already taken out the high. Last time you did that, you had 2 weeks of straight up bullish action. So yeah, I'm looking for $70,000 to get hit possibly next week, maybe even this week. Who knows? Pullback areas. Your first area obviously is 57,542. It's just the weekly close right there and the weekly opening of that bearish candle. Nice daily close above that area. That is your resistance. The wick was your high. The wick was the target. All right. The wick is where the stops are. The stops are resting right above that wick. You can see you came right up in there, closed a nice strong daily candle. Next candle was a push down in order to freak people out or entice the bears to say, yep, double top, baby, double top. Yeah, it's not how it works, guys. This is why trends continue. You get your double top traders throwing their stops above that candle there. This candle right here is taking them out to dinner. Give us your money. Better luck next time. Don't even try to short this asset. There's so much hype around it. There's so much FOMO going on. Companies are investing in this thing. Firms are investing in it. There's CZ put out a tweet today. We're lucky to be able to buy Bitcoin under $100,000. I mean, you're hearing stuff like this come out from a lot of bigger YouTubers, a lot of mainstream people that are basically saying, even Jordan, $100,000 is, they're not even thinking about selling until they're reaching those levels. So we were looking for that to happen back in 2017, but it was not adopted as much as it is right now. You have interest rates moving higher, right? You got the bonds taking a nosedive like that right there. Gold should be going up. You know what I mean? You got the TNX rising. Gold should be rising as an inflation hedge. However, it is not. We may have put in a near-term low on gold for now, but you haven't taken out any structure to the upside. None. This is your structure, your first level. You definitely need a daily closure above that. As soon as you tested it Thursday, you got sold off. Look at Bitcoin's price action compared to that. Go back in here. Where was that? Right here. Bitcoin's price action compared to that. It's just going up. People are using Bitcoin as a hedge. They're hedging, and this is phenomenal. And I'm so lucky and thankful to be a part of it as I buy every red weekly candle. Not a lot, guys. I'm not trying to destroy my cost basis. I've bought Bitcoin years ago, so it's just phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's the price action and everything. The technicals are saying that people are trying to short it. Obviously, people are taking profits, stuff like that, because they see bearish divergence. But until Bitcoin starts taking out, making lower highs and lower lows on a daily chart, you're not doing anything. This is lower highs and lower lows for a week. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if Bitcoin comes up here and then rolls over, made a lower high, and then your lower low. You haven't even done that yet. You haven't even started on doing that yet. And until you do start doing that, let me give you an example real quick. Until you do, like this right here. You see this? This was Bitcoin, pulled back, went up. But instead of rolling over, you see here, there's your lower high right there. And then boom, lower low. Until Bitcoin starts doing this, the play is up. The play is to the upside, guys. The play is to the upside. All right, so Let me get back over here because I want to see some other things, not Forex, daggone. Come on. There we go. Ethereum. So Ethereum is looking okay, but it's not making all-time highs. We are sitting on a nice, strong daily candle right now. It's beautiful. This is your resistance right here. You can see the close of that bullish candle. It is also the opening price of that bearish candle. So that, until you get a closure above that, this is the line in the sand for the bulls. You get a closure above that, you can look for a pullback, possibly down to 1833, 1825, anywhere in this area here. Look for a possible entry, aiming at that wick high right there. All right, because that's where all the stops are. And if Ethereum is going to be stronger than Bitcoin, it needs to start moving higher. It absolutely does. This is good. This is constructive. You came down, you found support right here, tested it twice, 3 times, and now you're up and away. So if we close above this 1871 spot 81 level, I am going to be looking for a small pullback to possibly get a little bit of scooped up. So that way I can target 2041 spot 42. Because that is the next stop on this train. All right. Next stop, 2041 and higher. So it's looking nice. It's looking good. I imagine a lot of these things are. Let's go over here to the purple list. Let me check out these. Just give me one moment to view some of these comments in the chat. Yeah, right here it is. Do we come back and retest? That's what I'm waiting for. Patiently waiting to hear what your view is, Heath. Yeah, Bitcoin it's a steamroller right now, so just keep that in mind. I don't trade Bitcoin. I trade all the other assets. I trade stocks, options, I trade Forex. Forex is my favorite. I mainly just buy and hold Bitcoin. I do trade other cryptocurrencies. I'm trying to stack Satoshis like everybody else, so I am doing that, but your pullback area is going to be this bearish candle. All right. I don't know if it'll use the top of it. This is your old resistance. So that's what I'm saying. Look to see what happens when if Bitcoin pulls back to 57,542. If you get that pullback, you might be able to add a little bit to your position going to the upside. Because every time Bitcoin has broken out and closed a strong daily, now we do got 6 hours before this candle closes. If it closes here or higher, that is a very strong close. Every single time Bitcoin has broke out with a nice strong daily candle, more bullishness has came. You know what I'm saying? Right here, this was your old all-time high. You broke out, nice strong bullish close. Boom, boom, boom. Few days in to the breakout, you got your retest candle. That was your retest candle. That's your entry. Boom, to the upside. Now, when it starts to get super extended like this, getting into ungodly prices, the ranges are going to get bigger. The volatility is going to be increased. So stops are going to get run a lot of times. Just make sure you're trading with the amount of money you do not care to lose. That's the way it has to be. Let's do it. 70,000. Absolutely. We are on our way. Bitcoin price discovery 15-minute 1-hour chart shows ascending triangle pattern. Yeah, it's very bullish right now. Very, very bullish. Doing good. What's up, Gus? Truth Capital's in the house. Tom Reyes, John Proctor. Welcome, my friend. Thank you so much for your support. Everybody. All right, let's move on. Now, back over here to Ethereum. It's on this other one over here. Just give me a second, as I was not at all ready for this, but I never am. I just shoot from the hip. So here we go right here. This candle is going to cause some some resistance as well. I don't know if it'll hold price. I'm not looking for it to hold price. I'm actually looking for price to test that area at 1915 and then possibly get a little bit of a pullback. Nothing major. This isn't the entry yet. The entry is after it rises out of the area. It's going to come up into this area, probably get a pullback, because that's when people are going to take profits in front of the old all-time high, as well as shorters are going to be stacking up right there. That's when you wait for your pullback. Give it a day or two red days. The second red day, look for entries on a smaller time frame chart, and that's obviously the target, 2041. So Ethereum's looking good. Ethereum's looking very, very good. Let me go ahead and plop a purple thing on that, just so that way when other people coming into the stream ask me to go back to it, I can without having to go through all this stuff. All right, Stellar's in a range. still, I mean, you had a big, huge breakout, and then you came down, set in a low right here at 38.1135, 38.1135, and it has been tested multiple occasions, and it has not been able to break below and close below, which is important. That's awesome. That means that people are stepping up to defend this area. I don't like seeing lower highs though. Like if this comes up here to about this area, for instance, at 418201 and peters out, then you may have a lower high there, and then chances of this area become more higher, or the probability becomes higher for this level to break. So what we want to see is we want to see this area. You have already taken out this candle. So as of right now, there's 6 hours left. You have a bullish engulfing, aka outside day. All right, you take out the low of yesterday, and you've taken out the high of yesterday. So you have an outside day. These things are usually met with reversal intentions. So when we get up here to test this level, it's going to have to be strong. At least throw a wick through it and then drop back lower. That would still be nice and strong. All right. If you don't even get a test to that level and then you start falling, that's not so good. But if you're in stellar, it still looks okay. It's still constructive. Everything had basically just a massive run to the upside. You're in price discovery when you're bouncing back and forth these ranges. So yeah, just give it a minute, see what happens. .USD is just phenomenal. I threw this trend line on it this morning, just from this low to this low right here, and you can see you had a nice test of that. You're doing the same thing on DOT. You didn't take out the low of yesterday, but you have taken out the high. All right, so it is extremely bullish. This trend line comes from down here, basically. So yeah, it's bullish. I mean, you haven't even tested the trend line yet. So a test of that trend line is still bullish. Doesn't mean that it's bearish. It doesn't mean it's rolling over if it even comes down here. But you are making higher highs, higher lows. All right. This was your resistance right here. You can see this is your structure candle that's holding this current leg of price. But down here, this was your resistance right here. And you had a big, strong breakout above that level, had a 3-day pullback, came down, tested this area. That's your buying opportunity. And now you're pushing back up above that level. So now this right here, 38.91 is your next area of resistance. For this thing to remain bullish, it definitely has to get a daily closure above that level, and then a pullback. As long as it does not take out these lows, it is a higher low support area to look for bullish entries targeting this wick up here, because I'm assuming that once the price starts to trade up there, it's probably going to take those stops out as well. What is up, PK? Thank you so much for joining as well. Thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. All right, so Algorand has been range bound in a tight little range, little itty bitty tight range. It's okay though. You haven't broken down. This is your support for now. Tested. All right, you're moving higher. So you do have a bit of resistance staring you in the face. This candle's opening price at 1.1565. That's going to be the first resistance. You can see how this candle tested it beautifully and was sold off. It's going to be doing this. They're going to try to do the same thing. So you want to see a daily closure above that level. That would be absolutely phenomenal. And then your main level to get a daily closure above is this area right here. You get that, it's phenomenally bullish. You can then look for pullbacks into this area at 1.0851, and that's where I would be looking for bullish entries, targeting that wick high right there at 1.25. All right, that's on Algorand. Compound is in the same kind of formation, bouncing back and forth inside of a range. You can clearly see, let's get the target off them there because we don't need it yet. This was your area. You did get a slight daily close above that area, and then you sold off. So far, this doesn't look as good, in my opinion, unless you get a daily closure back above this bearish candle's high. Then this is going to look like a selling opportunity. All right, because you had your chance up here to break out above resistance, and you could not. So sellers have push the market back lower again, which is okay because professional buyers or professional traders are not looking to buy it up here. They would much rather buy down here or down here. You buy low and you sell high. So, and it's the same for selling. You sell high to buy low. So this is going to be looking like a short for now. It's not a longer term short. It is obviously bullish, stretched out to the upside. You're in this range. So there's really nothing to do here. I do believe it will break out as well. If Bitcoin starts to press higher, a lot of these things are going to go right along with it. So just keep that in mind. Balancer is looking good. You had a nice strong bullish push. This is your pullback. All right. I don't have a level as to where it found support. So let's go find one. Looks like it was this area here, right there. All right. That was just your old resistance. It's found support right there, and you're moving higher. It's bullish. It looks good. Here's your low, high, low. All right. So you have already made a higher low. Looking for this to press higher. Check set 54 on the nose within the next few days, probably. This is not financial advice, guys. This is just me telling you what I'm looking at. Now, you're going to have a bit of resistance right here at 50.176. But depending on how bullish this is, I figure it will smash right through that area. This thing looks very constructive. Looks a lot better than some other assets. All right. So Uni's bullish too. Not Doge, Uni. Uni is already about to make all-time highs again. So this thing has been absolutely killing it. Just boom. That's what you want to see in an asset. But these are the areas that you're looking to buy, these pullbacks. That's what you do. You buy pullbacks on bearish assets. All right. There's really nothing to do on Uni as the trade was down here and down here. Looks very constructive. The resistance is just this candle's closing price because that's the highest daily close you got. So that's your resistance right there. Get a daily closure above that. The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. You'll be trading in wide open territory. Doge, for some reason, has not been slaughtered yet. I thought this was going to be slaughtered for real. I thought this right here was going to be the last attempt, and then this thing would be trading back down here around 0.40. But nope, people are still buying it. There's more buying going on than selling in this asset, or at least the bulls are more aggressive down at this area here, which is 0.04949. So this is an area where they're buying it. I don't trust this asset because it has absolutely no fundamentals to it, no value as far as I can see, except for straight up trading. I mean, it's basically all it is. It's doing what it's doing. It's not looking so good against Bitcoin, which is to be expected as Bitcoin is breaking out. ADA USD Cardano has had a pullback, but it was super strong. So this isn't looking so hot. I want to see a daily closure above this area here. It looks like you're having trouble getting that. So you have taken out the high and the low of the previous bearish candle, but you want to see that bullish candle close above the body of the bearish candle. That is where your outside day is more or stronger, or your bullish reversal candle engulfing. You know what I mean? If it closes down here, then it's not so good. It's not going to hold the same weight as it would as a closure above. So ADA looks good. It's constructive. It's moving down. It looks okay. If we start taking out these areas down here, then obviously you're going to have to look for lower prices and eventually wait till they pick it back up. I mean, as far as I know, it's still a good asset. People will still love it. So the only thing that's changed is it had a huge run up, and this is a time of cooling off. Aave is doing the same thing, but it's making higher highs and higher lows on a daily. This was your higher low. You have already engulfed the previous day's candle. It's going to look like that with all these assets pretty much, guys. I mean, it's because of Bitcoin going up. People buy these things. Heath, I don't know if you're looking at Forex this session, but if so, can you take a look at pound dollar? I have a 13-year trend line from 2008 high being tested on the daily and weekly chart. Yeah, I'll take a look at it as soon as I run through these pairs, Rich. I will absolutely look at that for you. Yeah. All right, so moving on. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is starting to head lower. But Litecoin versus Bitcoin right now look good. I don't have it on this. Let me go over here to Kraken real quick, just so I can compare real fast. So basically, all these pops in price were sold into. All right. This is different because this is a big, strong, a bullish day. All right. And you took out your resistance right here. All right. You got a closure above that. You took out this trend line. So that's strong. So on this push lower, I shorted up here because I was looking for Bitcoin to take off. All right. Came down here, made about 4%. Once we started bouncing from this support area right here, I took the position off right before the stream because this looks constructive. This looks like it's going to make a higher run. You could be testing this wick up here is going to be your target. That's my entry right there, but it's really not important. So this is going to be the target as 4008. If this area holds a support, which it looks like it's going to, because this is a very small range daily. All right. In comparison to all the bullish daily candles, they look a lot better. So this is a pullback. This is a retest. This is a buying opportunity. I do believe that we will be taking out this target pretty soon on Litecoin. Now, if it starts to get higher, then I expect some more sellers to come in, especially if Bitcoin's going up. But the problem with it is you've been setting down here in all of this support for so long. All right. You tried to go lower right here, and then immediately you had a reversal. This was a bear trap. That's why there's so much force of this bullish candle, because everybody got stopped out and it just kept going higher as they bought into it. There's your level right there. You got your close below, next day, bear trap. So I'm looking for this to move higher. That is my first target to the bullish side on this asset. All right, back to the purple list real quick, and that'll pretty much wrap it up. We looked at Link. Yeah, Link is looking okay on against the dollar. It's looking okay. Right there's your bear or your bullish engulfing. Link versus Bitcoin, not so good. Bitcoin's going higher. So you have a higher or a lower high, and now you have made a lower low. So a test at 56091 is going to be looked at as a selling opportunity. I don't necessarily know if I will take it, but I will be watching that level right there. I will be targeting this area right here. All right, that's the last low that was put in. So that would be my area to target, and I would have a nice area to put a stop above. Binance coin, even with the FUD going on with Binance, this thing is still bullish. Broke out. All right, here was your resistance. You got a nice, big, strong daily breakout, a nice, beautiful retest, and you're trading higher, but you're not trading higher with the same kind of force that you did with this day. But there's still 6 hours on this candle. I have to reiterate that. So this is the target for now. Still looks extremely constructive, still looks bullish. This looks like the target, 315.27. That's the target. Now, when is it no longer looking so good? If it doesn't close above this area right here. All right, I want to see that close up there. But it's still good as long as you're not closing back below this support. All right, 255.90. As long as you're trading above that, closing daily candles above that, you're still good. DIA. Big, strong, bullish candle today. This thing is wicky as can be, but it's strong. This is your weekly level down here. It held. You did get a couple daily closures below it, but you're moving out of there now. So yeah, if you're positioned in this thing bullish, higher or lower than $2.25, you're doing fine. And that's ETH. All right, that's pretty much all I got. So I'm gonna run through this chat real quick. What's up, Path? How are you doing, my friend? Yep, it does. It's so good. Let me go back up, make sure that I didn't just skip somebody. When Bitcoin was getting close to 40,000 for the first time, Jim Cramer said that you should wait until Bitcoin drops to 20K to buy again. He is just a liar. Or is he seriously that stupid? Well, actually, he just doesn't know. Nobody knows what price is ever going to do. I mean, we can figure out ways. We can use our technical analysis to basically give us areas to look to buy and stuff, but nobody truly knows what price is going to do. He has to be on the safe side because he's on national television. he can't really like give financial advice. So he gives broad advice. That's what you call broad advice. Yeah, wait for a 50% correction and then buy. That's pretty safe to say about any bullish asset. So that he's just being safe. Hi Heath, will you spend a short time explaining the Heath lines 2 for 8-hour support and resistance? Absolutely, Atif. I will absolutely do that. So let's go to Bitcoin as it's got better price action. So basically, I'm just looking at daily levels, 8-hour levels, 4-hour levels. I'm looking for price to show me where it's trading at. So basically, this is just a closing candle, this bullish daily candle. The closing price was your resistance. And you can see this candle here, how it tested it absolutely flawlessly. And then you had a small pullback. Well, that's because that was people's entry spot. They're looking at the same thing. The wicks are always targets. All right, wicks are targets. It's important to know where price went, but the body of the candle offers the support and resistance. And this is just my opinion. It's just what I've noticed over a long period of time trading. All right, so basically, like for instance here, this was your last or your highest closing price right there. That was your resistance. Next candle, you couldn't close above it. Next candle, same thing. Even when you went back up to attempt to get above it again, you could not do it. And then you rolled over. So that was your resistance, even when you came back up into here. And as you can see, this wick tested it, but it failed to break above, meaning it failed to close above. But you did eventually get that close above, and look how strong that candle was. So when I'm looking for areas of support, I use in an uptrend, I will use bearish candles. For instance, if I'm looking for support, I'm going to use the opening price of this bearish candle to offer the first area that I start to look for support to test and hold. All right. And it's simply because it was a bearish candle. That's it. So when price gets back down there, if price gets back down there, I then watch on a smaller time frame, how does price react around that level? Is it having a difficult time to close below, like say on an hourly or a 4-hourly? If so, then I look to enter positions. And on a downtrend, like a downtrend, I use the opening price of bullish candles as my resistance. So like when price came back up into here, I was going to be looking for that area to hold. It did not. You got a daily closure above it. Boom. That means you just broke out, or you broke above resistance. So that's a trading opportunity. I'm going to throw out, I am working on some strategy videos. I'm going to drop every single one of them at one time. Once I get them all put together, I'm just going to drop them. Boom. I don't know how many it's going to be right now. I have 4 that are edited and completed. So it'll be a month or so probably for those videos come out, guys. I apologize, but I trade. So most of my time is spent looking at charts and doing other things. But yeah, I'll throw those out for everybody. All right, so now I can move lower. Let me find some. Where was that one? Yeah, let me go ahead and look at pound for rich real quick. So on pound dollar rich, you can see this is from the dollar is what's causing this stuff going on right here. Now, we had a nice pullback right here. I was watching this bearish candle to hold as support. All right. And it did for a couple of days. And then boom, there is your breakdown. This is your retest. You short, you got, probably 75 pips out of that daily range expansion to the downside. However, it found support right here because why is this support? This is support because it's the last price that it's the lowest price could close, because in a bearish candle price closes down. So this is your last down close price. You did trade lower than that here, right? But it got bought up and closed out of there strong. So that's your support until price gets back down there. Price comes in here, tests it, and then boom, you take out this high. That's your bullish entry, right? Come back in, test it again on Friday, and you're getting a push higher. But this could be looked at as a lower high, right? There's your high. You did close above this up here, but you fell right back below it. You made a bearish engulfing and you traded out of the area. So as of right now, this is a bullish trap. So going into a smaller time frame area, what I will be looking for on the Forex Weekly Outlook, I will discuss this more in depth, but I'm going to be looking for price to move up. All right, possibly up to here, one spot 39753, and I will look for bearish entries. All right, and that's only because that's what price looks like it's trying to do on the bigger time frame. I could be wrong, guys. I'm wrong a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was like 4 for 5 this week in Forex, so I wasn't wrong that often this week, but I could be wrong. It just looks like this was a bear trap or a bull trap, and Friday's price action told us everything. So any pushes up in price are going to be looked at as selling opportunities on the pound starting at the beginning of next week or Monday. I'm just looking around the comments. Thank you very much for that, Kimmy Basics. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Great morning, Heath and C.T.M. Can you check out LYXE USDT? Why not? Let's check it out. LYXE, that's an S. USD Tether, KuCoin, and Uniswap. It looks like those are the only two that you can trade this thing on. It's very bullish. Very bullish. Oh my God, that's insane. Holy man, I don't know what this is. I don't trade it because I don't have an account with KuCoin, but this is extremely bullish. Look at this. This is your last bearish closing 3-day time frame. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, 50, 60 days, 3-day sessions of straight up to the upside. So that's extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. This, people were looking at this as a pullback. Boom, it went straight back up. There's a lot of people buying this thing. A lot of people buying it. So where are you looking to enter if you're looking to get long? I don't like buying way up here. I have to say that because everything is so massively extended. You are starting to print bearish divergence on the daily. Let's see what you get in the weekly. Nothing is still going straight up. There's no point to look at the monthly. So yeah, there you go. Starting to print bearish divergence on the daily. However, as long as price is going up, you want to look for buying opportunities. So your area to test is going to be 20.385, this area here. If you get down here and unable to close the daily below, that might be your bullish opportunity, targeting that wick right there. All right, now I don't expect that to happen today or tomorrow, but this week, this could be your few days to roll over, support to hold, and then fire away. That's what I'd be looking for on that. Yeah, it's extremely bullish. You don't want to buy it right here. I can tell you that. You don't really have nowhere to put a stop against because this is you're trading inside of this daily candle. This is an inside day, right? You got this high, this low, trading within this candle's high and low. It is a doji kind of spinning top, whatever you want to call it, but still, you're still trading inside of this daily range. So you would have to put a low or a stop below here or a stop above here because it's going to break out either to the upside or to the downside. All right. I know that sounds very broad, but that's why you don't buy inside days. You don't buy them. You don't sell them either because you are range bound. That's exactly what that means. So you wait for either the high or the low to be taken out. That gives you basically direction. That gives you a tradable idea. Once you take out the low on a pullback, you can look to get short for continuation to the downside, or you can look to buy this area when you take out that low, which would be even more what I would be looking to do. I wouldn't be looking to short this. Absolutely not. Everybody that has tried to short this thing has gotten shreked. I'm not going to be among them. So yeah, it's extremely bullish. There you are. Let's see here. NOIA Bitcoin. There you go. KuCoin. Yeah, I looked at this the other day for you, I believe. Looks good. I mean, you did get this low test down here, so hopefully you wasn't hurt when that happened. But you can see that's where we were looking for it to hold, right? Already got a line there. That's what I was talking about. test, hold, boom. All right, you're moving up. I don't like how wicky it is and the fact that it traded right back into this very tight range. Use your bodies, your candle bodies to dictate your range. Let's get rid of all the lines and start fresh. I just wanted to show you that that's where we were looking for price to test, and we got that test. So this is your range to the upside. Currently, this is your range to the downside. All right. As long as you're trading within this range, there's nothing to do. Really nothing to do. You look to buy the low areas, and if you're looking to get long, obviously, not trading advice or financial advice, but that's where you're going to be looking. If you're looking to range trade, you can short the top, buy the low, yada yada. I don't do that. I always look for price to break out. It doesn't always break out. As you can see, this has been several weeks trading right here in this range. So it looks like you can buy small pieces of it every time it comes down to 775. All right, when it comes down there, put a little piece on, put a little piece on. Ultimately, I would even put some on right here at 734 if you got a test down at that level. If you get a daily closure below 775, then you're heading lower. And this is all range bound here, so it's kind of hard to get a level. And I'm sure if I go into a smaller time frames, it's just going to be impossible. So yeah, all the way down there. I don't see it going down there, not this week. It's very range bound. I don't like the fact that it couldn't close a 4 hour above that area, as that is your resistance and it's holding. So yeah, you're still in good shape, I'm assuming. So just, you can add a little piece down here, 734. If you even go down there, I wouldn't add right here, because you're either going to fall lower or you're going to go higher right from here. That's your range, your candle body range. Hope that helped, Kimberly. I know you wanted me to look at it last week. Hopefully you didn't get hurt. Yeah. It's going to go to the moon. This thing just skipped on me again. Just have patience. Great traders adapt. Absolutely. I want to speak on this a little bit. The other day, someone was just asking me, when should you buy gold? You know what I mean? Gold. Why isn't gold going up with everything going up? You know what I mean? Right now with the bonds and everything doing what they're, why ain't this thing's going to the moon? So should gold be? That's because people are buying Bitcoin. Markets change. Markets always change. The DXY used to be a risk off currency from last March. All right, before March, it wasn't necessarily a risk off currency. It's the world reserve. So it's not a risk off currency. It's what people buy. They put their money in the world reserve currency. So why is it going up with this as well? Like, it should be going down too. So a lot of things aren't trading the way they used to. So yes, great traders adapt. You let price tell you what an asset is doing. Let price tell you. You may have found a bottom here. We were looking for a bottom to be put in up around this area here. We got another lower test. Another lower push. So has it found a bottom? I don't know. But I know one thing, Bitcoin is going to the moon and it is not being slowed down at all. So great traders adapt. I love that. Can you please look at Algo, USD, BTC? Absolutely. Algo USD right here. Got a strong daily candle pushing up. That's a bullish engulfing. All right. But you still have resistance above. I'm going to leave that line there. This is your resistance right here. Till you get a daily closure above that level, this is going to be looked at as resistance. But you're pushing up strong. I like that. So what you can look for is you can look for price to come back down to 1.08 on like a 4 hour or 8 hour can. Make sure you're not closing below that level on those two time frames. As long as you're not, you can look for entries targeting this wick high right here. Because if you do get a pullback to this area, the next shot is to the upside. Now, you get a closure below that level, you don't do anything, because that means this is a failure. All right. And it's probably heading lower. So like to see a daily close above this level right here at 1.1802. You get that. Any pullbacks will be looked at as bullish opportunities. And then against Bitcoin, all right, what we got going on here? So overall, it's bearish against Bitcoin. You had a nice push up, man. People offloaded their positions and you've just been going down ever since, but Bitcoin's going up too. So the only time these assets will trade higher against Bitcoin is if they're stronger than Bitcoin. They have to be stronger than Bitcoin to go up. Like I said earlier about Litecoin, how it's going up, even though you traded against Bitcoin, it's still going up. It's not today, but it may find support. So this thing's going up today while Bitcoin's going up. So that's good. But you're going to have to look at it like every time price did get a small pop, people sold it. So no one's going to sell it down here, right? That's why this candle's going up. Price is going to slowly drift up until sellers find it at a level they like. And that's when they reinitiate their positions. That level is 2169. That's your daily level. You get a test up there and a failure. That is a short entry targeting this wick down here. That's the way other traders are going to look at that. All right. Down here, they don't want to sell it because you don't have any closures, any fresh closures down here. This is your fresh closure. So you got to let price pull back a little bit to reinitiate short positions looking to push it lower. So I would stay away from this. If you're looking to buy it, I absolutely would not recommend that because you've been making lower lows and lower highs. This is a lower low. This was your support right here. You clearly broke down below it. Let me spread it out. I keep forgetting. This was your support right here. This is your breakout. This was your retest. Looks like you're going back to test the breakout. I don't care about the breakout. This would be an area where I'd look to get short if it fails there. I'm not going to short this though. I'm not going to. I'm just saying in general. I hope that helps. Thank you very much, Philip Berger. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you. What's up, Ajith? Waiting for those strategy videos. Yeah, you'll be the first to know, my man. I promise. I am going to put them out. Going to do it. How's he looking against Bitcoin? Pretty good. It's not looking great, but it ain't looking bad either. So today it's pushing higher. There's your support. See, I bought this too, but then we just rejected up here, which is not good overall. So as of right now, the sellers are in control of this market. They are the more aggressive force. Right here is your support, okay? And it is currently holding. You've tested it and closed above it. That's beautiful. Then you trade it back down. You closed above it, possibly again. So, yeah, I just don't know. It looks like, yeah, I don't know if I'd be messing with it myself, my man, just because it's like so close to breaking down. I thought this was going to be it. Looking for higher low support. We did not get that. All right. This is not higher low support. This is returning back to where it was just the other day. That's not generally bullish, not generally. And especially coming off of a pretty long downtrend, not long, but several weeks been going straight down. So it looks like it's wanting to try to head lower. That's what it looks like to me. Yes, if you don't mind, I would absolutely appreciate that, guys. Smashing the like button's always cool. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. BETUSD. Let's go check it out. Moving up like the Jeffersons. Just pushing on up, man. It's strong. Super bullish. Let's go check it out. Yeah. Look at that monthly candle. Boom. Took out last month's high. Loving it. Loving it. Just got started. The monthly did though, but your weekly looks good. You had your higher weekly close last week and you're moving higher. There's nothing else to do. You don't want to buy it up here. Don't want to buy it up here. And the fact that you did break out, this was your support or your resistance. I get those two words mixed up all the time when I'm on the damn microphone. I don't know why. I guess it's a nerves thing. Right here was your resistance. You broke out. All right. But you're not making any huge strides to the upside. All right. So right here is your current resistance. 6846. We'll just call it that. All right. You need a daily closure above this level. You don't get that, then you can look to buy a retest of old resistance, or you can trade how I would and wait for a test down here at 5239109. This bearish candle's opening price. you get a test of that area, as long as you're not closing a daily below that level, that's a buying opportunity, and it's still constructive at that point. And if you get below that, then you're heading lower. And at that point, I don't know if I'd want to buy it necessarily on the very first test of this candle down here. But it's very constructive. This is not bearish at all. It is bullish. You're trading in a range up on highs. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. There's nothing to do. Nothing to do. Hello, Michelle Randall. How are you? Oh, come on with your glitching self. Thank you, Heath, for the technical details. This is what really valuable today. What's not everybody doing, and what's not everybody doing. Everyone doing. How you doing, man? Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Jeff. What do you think about Time Coin or Timmy Coin? I don't know what that is. I'm a technical trader. Brandon is the tech guy. I don't know the ticker. It doesn't look like it's coming up. Maybe I typed one letter too many. I don't see it. I don't know what that is. Sorry. If you could drop a ticker down in the chat, I'll take a look at it for you, but I don't know what it is. BAT USD. Let's take a look at it. Strong as well. All these things are strong. Just, man, big, strong move, retest, move higher. That's bullish. Had 2 days of pullback though, but you are working on taking out the opening price of that bearish candle, which is going to be good. It's going to be constructive as long as you can do that. There is no trade to make up here unless you're shorting it, which I don't recommend because you're going to get ran over probably. The pullback areas down here, you can go into a smaller time frame if you don't think it's going to go that low. Like for instance, like say here, this one, boom. But you can see you already tested that level, which is why I would go lower to an untested level. This level was tested as well, but you're going to have that when you're trading in a range. So if it rolls down to here, 0.694,99278,6483,276,298,762. Yeah, this level right here, 69. We'll call it 69. You get down to this area, look for bullish entries if you're not closing 8-hour candles below it. Since it's your 8-hour structure level, you don't want to see an 8-hour closure below it. There may not even get down there. You know what I mean? Because this was a bullish push. You may find support right here. And that didn't work. Right here. 76.6, 766. Push down to there. You may find support right there. That would be perfect. Looking to take out that wick high right there. And this is your ultimate resistance. This level right here. I don't like trading these assets when they're up here on these highs like that though. Phil BTC. That's not it. Come on, man. Phil BTC. Why am I in futures? Filecoin, FILBTC, FILBTC, nothing. All, that's what it is. BTC, Binance. All right. Let's go to a daily. Stretch this thing out. So you had a strong push here. You're trading at the lows, so you're definitely not looking for shorts, I don't guess. I mean, if you're going to look for shorts, you're going to look for them up here. This thing is in a long-term downtrend. You did have a strong pop down here, so that counts for something. It doesn't with all technical traders, but it does for me. There's your support. Look what happened. You came back in and you retested it, and you have since traded higher. You are right now testing this resistance right here. So the near-term price looks a little constructive. All right, you gotta think though. The higher you get, the more shorts are going to be jumping in this thing. If you're looking for a massive short squeeze, it could possibly happen if that's what you're looking for. If you do get above those wicks, your next area of resistance, these wicks here is what I'm talking about. If you get above that, your next area of resistance is going to be 11,836, way up here. That's a long ways from current price. So if you're looking for entries on this, look for a retest of 7594, the opening price of this bearish candle. On a daily time frame, you can go into a smaller time frame and look. I don't see nothing on an 8-hour, 4-hour right here. So 7730. If you get a test down to 7730, as long as you're not closing a 4-hour candle below that level, you can look for higher prices. If you do get that 4-hour closure below that level, you're heading lower. They've started back selling into this thing. Yeah, Timmy Coin. I need a ticker symbol for that. I tried to find it and couldn't. Let me try 10 BTC, nothing. Timmy BTC, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing, and that's on all, so I need a ticker, please. I think I might have already checked that out. I apologize if I'm going backwards. This thing glitches out on me all the time. What's up, Indiana? How are you doing today? I do appreciate the time. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. That's why I do them. Thank you so much. The truth matters. I really appreciate that. I was gonna make you a moderator. I can't do it from this thing. I'll do it from. Let's try this. Yeah, I can't. I'll do it from the actual YouTube page. So thank you for your respect, your support, everything. You're so awesome. Thank you so much, Atif. I appreciate that. Theta USDT, absolutely. I got nothing, nowhere else to be, guys. Theta USDT, Binance. Oh, hit the mic. Mic down. No, it's doing good. Extremely bullish. 4-hour, daily, weekly, probably, everything. Yeah, this thing is just monstrous. Monstrous. It's just destroying shorts, man. It's destroying them. It's finding support already right there up on highs. This is the reason why right here. So you had a 4-hour level put in, couple of them, that's your support, but you are not able to make higher highs. So you may be coming down lower. So what I would do is I would wait to see what happens at 5.565, this level here. If you get down here, I don't know that you will. That's the closest 4-hour I can find from this level. Chances are if you close a 4-hour below this support right here, you're going to come down here and test this. Then that might be an area to look for higher low support. Let's see if we can throw a trend. Well, the trend line is going to be extremely parabolic, so I wouldn't even worry about it. Maybe something like that. So yeah, if it takes its time to get down there, it'll even have more confluence with that. You could throw on a moving average, see where that thing is. It's right underneath of it on a 4-hour. Let's see where it is on a daily. Way down here. So yeah, by the time you get down here, the moving average will be up there. You'll have some confluence at that level. That's where I'd be looking for an entry. All right, that level is 5.65921. This is not financial advice. I'm in since $2 and have been taking pieces off the table. Nice. Nice. You killed that. Nice job. Polygon breaking out. Let's see. I don't know if I can find that, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know the ticker to that either. Oh, there it is. Polygon right there. Tether, Bitcoin. Let's look at it versus Tether. Yeah, it did break out. It did. It's not breaking out currently. You're trading within yesterday's price range, but you did break out. Yeah, that's a strong breakout. Came here, broke out, didn't move anywhere, and see ya. So this was short stuck. Shorts down. They were down. So that's what this is. Let's see what we got. 4-hour. We got support right here. Possible. Nothing in between here. I don't like the gappy price action. Not much liquidity in this thing if you're gapping 4-hour candles. So be careful. Remember what happened to Ethereum, Bitcoin on Kraken. Freaking wicks will kill you on stuff like this. But it's bullish. I mean, you're making a bull flag right now if you're a pattern trader. I don't see anything, any level. Here's your level, but you would take out that complete and total bullish move, but that's okay. right around 34321. If you test that area, that would be a possible entry spot. You see how price is slowly making lower lows or lower highs? It's probably going to roll over soon, but it's still bullish. Possibly the midpoint of this candle. Let's get the midpoint of this candle for you. Just so that way, well, you're already trading below it, so never mind. Yep, I would be waiting to see what happens at this level, 3432 right here. All right. Oh, there it went again. Damn it, what is wrong with this glitching ass thing? Make it a Patreon to get more monetized gratitude, Heath. Make a Patreon account. I will think about that. Thank you very much for the suggestion. Can't believe I'm missing the live. Have a great session, everyone. It's all good, Juice. Don't sweat it. It's going to be posted on YouTube, my man. Can you please take a look at ABAX, USDT, and Bitcoin? All right, so it looks like I looked at this not too long ago. Did we just look at this? Because these levels were put in on this day. Oh, never mind. I remember what was going on here. I seen it. We watched it. We were watching it in chat. See, here's your hourly structure. But you broke below it, went back up. Now you're moving higher though. This looks bullish right here. Oh, it's moving up. It looks like it's going to go higher. I mean, you're testing this hourly resistance. Let's see if 8 hours resistance. You're already well above it. So yeah, this is going to be your area to look for a retest. If you close up here or higher, this thing's going to be pushing back down here possibly and holding. I would assume as long as it's going to continue moving up. It's bullish. It's nice. That's a big, strong push right here. I like that. The fact that it's mega bullish. Yeah. Looking good. And BTC. Yeah, it's even strong versus Bitcoin. This thing is strong. I mean, it's been moving down for a while, but that was a strong push. It's still making lower highs, though. I mean, you got to close right here above, but now you're all the way back down. So here was your resistance that you needed a closure above. You got that closure below. Then you left that area. So it looks like I wouldn't mess with this until I got proven that this thing is actually going to move higher. So I would want to see a closure above 62449. At that point, you get that closure above that level. Then you can look for a lower area to look for a higher low support to be formed. All right. I wouldn't mess with it right now. People are going to try to sell this thing. And as long as you're trading below 62449, they're going to sell it. You got to break out above that level. That basically squashes everybody that's shorting it from this level here. And that's what you need to have. You got to have that, because those are also going to offer up more liquidity to send it to the upside. Reef USD. Let's check it out. Binance. I'm going to use, nope, that one is too. All right, whatever. I hate these calculated by TradingView charts because they're wiki. I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like it's holding a support. But I wouldn't even use it like that, so I don't know why it did that. Yeah, it's going up. So get rid of that. That's just nothing. That's nonsense. I don't even remember putting it there. I looked at it before, obviously. Way back over here. So here was your resistance. You broke out and you retested it flawlessly and you're moving up higher. You have taken out this area as well on a 8-hour closing basis. Let's check out what you're doing on a daily. Now you're testing your daily area. You got to stay closing above this level. If you do that and then you head lower, you can look for buying opportunities. If you get rejected here, meaning you close back below the level, then it's probably still going to go. It's probably still going to go. I do not like what I'm looking at beside of me there, that big down, straight down move. But who knows what that is. The ICO. I think a lot of these things did that on ICO, but looks constructive. Looks very constructive. You're obviously making a trend line like almost beautifully. Can't use that level, but you can use this one. Boom. There you go. As long as you're trading above that, making higher highs and higher lows, it's bullish. You're looking for bullish entries. You're looking to buy pullbacks. There's a good pullback area right there. Would be phenomenal. So 4159, that's what I'd be looking for, a pullback buying opportunity. Unless you just smoke this wick today and continue higher, then you're going to be probably looking for a pullback down here. But you can't make assumptions like that. Just wait for this daily to close and then make your decisions based upon that. It's a happy Bitcoin kind of day. Absolutely it is. Smash the like, please. I appreciate that. I think I'm going backstepping again. Heath, I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. I am. Waking up to see Bitcoin doing what's doing. Great start. Glad I was able to get on the stream time to pick your brain. Go right ahead. That's what I'm doing them for. I appreciate you being here. What is up, my man? Glad you could make it. What's your take on GRT? Let's go look at it. I looked at it last weekend, but I haven't looked at it since, to be honest with you. I've been really busy. I was just wrecking Forex this week. It was phenomenal. Well, you got your close right here, and then you rejected. All right, and you made a lower close. So let's get rid of this, and let's put this one somewhere else. So I'm gonna have to go into a smaller time frame. It looks like it's heading lower, unfortunately. Just the near term, though, it is obviously longer term bullish, but the near term, it's having trouble. It's having trouble. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You're trading back down here. That's your support. You broke it. Now you're testing it. So let's go into a smaller time frame. Here is your 8-hour structure. That is where people are gonna reload up on shorts. Right there, 2.002. Right there. Price goes up into that area. I would wait to see if it rejects from there. You get a closure above that on an 8-hour time frame, you're probably heading higher. The bulls might have stepped back in right here. Could have been a bear trap. But until that happens, people are going to be looking to re-enter short positions right there. And I would be too. I would be too if I was trading this. So wait to see if it gets above that, unless you're shorting it yourself. If you're shorting it yourself, that's a great spot to look first. And then obviously this bullish candle, if it gets higher. But we want to see that closure back below. That indicates weakness. That indicates an inability to close above. Things probably heading lower. Just the near term. Just the near term. Because right here is your area to even get to still be considered bullish. All right. So once you put in this low right here, you traded out of the area, made a lower high, a higher low, and then you made another higher high. So this isn't very good. I don't like to see price reject that hard, but they're not as big as these candles. So the ranges are small and tight. So as long as you're trading a candle above 1.5888, you're looking good, kind of, sort of. I don't know. It's in one of those areas, man. It's like iffy. You know what I mean? And usually if I can't just look at something right away and tell what I want to do with it, I just pass it on up. That's what I usually do. I mean, if you're looking to buy it, lower prices is always a better spot to buy. And I know that sounds cliched, but unfortunately that's the way it is. Could you take a peek at Engine again and maybe potential play for coming week or so? It broke out yet again from last time you checked. Popped up slightly, so we are looking at a retrace. Let's go check it out. ENJUSD. You didn't say if you wanted it against a dollar or Bitcoin, so I'll look at it against a dollar for you. I'm going to look at Finex, though, because it's not calculated by TradingView. Yeah. Big, strong breakout, and you've been making just straight up beautiful bullish price action. You can't get no prettier than that. Can't get no prettier than that. You're making like tiny little pullbacks. Bulls are re-entering and pushing it. So, yep, this is going to be the first area to look for bullish Continuation, we can go into a smaller time frame chart. There's one right in the middle. I knew there would be. There it is, one spot 8268 right here. All right, you would get up and underneath these stops here, which is always good for bulls. Price comes down, tests this level on a 4-hour. As long as you're not closing below that level, could be a good spot to look for bullish continuation to the upside. And it's a semi-parabolic trend line, so yep, that's what I'd be looking for. If you get a closure below that level, I would probably look for lower prices or just stand back and let it consolidate at lower prices and then start to show some bullish signs, and then you could look to possibly enter then. CHZUSDT, let's check it out. Finance. All these things are just killing it. Yeah, there's nothing to do. Hopefully you got in like down here. Because now it's like, now anything can happen. You're not printing bearish divergence. I mean, technically you are from way over here. That's just a 4-hour though. I bet there's no divergence. Let's go see what we got. What we got. No, you're not printing divergence on an 8-hour. Probably not on daily either. No, absolutely not. This is constructive, man. So what you do in times like this is you got to find lower areas on smaller time frames to look for bullish positions or bullish. You want to look for support. So I like that area right there. That's my favorite one. That's where I would look first. That doesn't mean you blindly buy when price tests that level. Please don't do that. You wait for a wick through and a close back above a couple times possibly. As long as it's showing you that it's having an inability to close below that level, that's when you strike. You don't just blindly buy that stuff because you're going to get ran over if you try to do that. So yeah, a pullback into this area and a failure to close below on a 4-hour basis, I'd be looking to add to my position. That thing is extremely bullish. ETH making a move. Let's go see. Yes, it is, but it's not a big move. It needs to get above that. That's what we're watching, but we're watching it on a daily. See, that's your daily support right there, or resistance. Need that daily to get a close above that level. This is a big, strong, bullish candle. It's looking good. We were down here earlier. So yeah, it is making a move. It's what you want to see. I want to see that daily get closed above 1915. Definitely want to see that for sure. Mike down, soldier up. Yep. this I got it on a retracting arm, and the retracting arm is behind me. And then I got this thing probably set up completely wrong to be a YouTuber. But obviously I'm not, so I do silly stuff. Bitcoin going up for it again. Yeah, Bitcoin's extremely bullish. I mean, that's strong. That daily candle closes up there. That's strong. I would look for the next 3 or 4 days to be bullish. One of them could be bearish, but that's a strong breakout. You're not just breaking out and then closing a wick with a wick below the support or the resistance. You're like well above it and you're heading higher. So shorts will start covering their positions. The higher it goes, the more they cover, yada, yada, the more FOMO buyers stick in, and this thing's going high. I don't even know. I just said 70 grand because why not? I mean, it's simple as that. Yeah, it's extremely strong. Loving every second of this. Bitcoin killing it. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I threw that music on there. It helps me think. But this thing glitched out on me again. There's Brandon. What's happening, Brandon? Thank you for showing up. You're all good, man. Don't worry about that. You're my boy. How long he's going today? I don't know. What time did I start? 12? Probably about another 15 minutes to give 15 minutes or so. Exhausted? Never. Man, I'm hyped up. I took a shower for the stream. I'm good to go. Plan on sitting here all day. Killing it. Bitcoin's killing it. I'm not going nowhere. I never take a day off. No days off for this chap. It's my pleasure. It is my pleasure. Thank you for being here, man. Thank you for your support. You'd pay for the strategy. You know what? I'm going to give it to all of you guys. There's no point in paying for it. I don't, it's all good. That's the whole purpose of the channel. I'm not trying to get rich on the YouTube. I put the stuff up. If you guys want to donate, it's more than welcome. I opened up channel memberships. If you guys want to do that, show your appreciation, that's more than enough. You don't have to either. That's not me selling you down the river. It's going to be given to you guys for free. Already made that decision. Maker BTC. Let's go check it out. Ooh, it's looking pretty rough. It's currently trying to put in a lower high. All right. I mean, a lower low right there. You did get that closure below. So you've already closed below. This thing is, yeah. So usually what you can wait to see, all right, because this can be a bear trap because you just smoked all the liquidity that's underneath this wick. You still have another wick down here though. So it could go lower. We'll just throw one on the chart. This is an old, or that's your old support. So that's gone because it didn't hold support. So you took out this. So basically that's your old support. To see if it's a bear trap or not means like tomorrow or even today, if you get a bullish candle that takes out the high and low of a candle, chances are this was a bear trap and you can look for pullback entries for price to continue higher, because this is just like a fake out move. People wait for this to happen, and once it happens, then they dive in wide open, full steam ahead. Oh, breakout, I'm shorting it. You know what I mean? I always try to wait to see if it's a trap because it is bullish. The near term is bullish right through here. All right. The long term is crazy. I don't even know what you could call that long term. But yeah, see if it's a bear trap. If it's not, then you look to sell any pushes higher in price. For instance, if it keeps making lower lows, then you would look for this area here possibly as a selling opportunity, or this area up here as a selling opportunity. But you want to wait on that to see if it's a bear trap yet. All right. So tomorrow, see what happens tomorrow before you make any trading decisions on this. Tips. Yeah, tips basically. That's basically all it was set up for. Boom, 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 tacos. Yeah, it's a taco day for sure today. Bright minds in the chat. Yep. Everybody, appreciate everybody for showing up. This is awesome. Can XRP moon soon? XRP is not even tradable on Coinbase's data feed, so probably not. Daniel, I would wait till at least the SEC announces that they didn't find any wrongdoings and they're going to be let off the hook. If that happens, then yes, you can expect a lot of bullish price action. But I wouldn't even be messing with it just because it has that gray cloud hanging over its head. You know what I'm saying? It's just that's just my opinion, though. A lot of people still think it's going to beat Bitcoin. I mean, you have your Ripple gang and your Ethereum gang, and you have those people out there, but I don't mess with it. If it's being investigated, I'm not messing with it. Stimulus is ready pending for me. No wonder Bitcoin is up. Life is good. That's so funny. Yes. Yeah, I heard that too from a couple people. They got their stimulus check. Bitcoin's going to the moon. Coincidence? That was funny. Thank you. When is Heathcoin coming out? Yeah, I don't know about that. Whenever you're ready, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Ready to go. I will absolutely do it. On the pi cycle, my opinion on every indicator is it's a lagging indicator. Does it help with making trading decisions? It could. I don't know enough about the indicator to make to give you basically any information on it. I mean, I know what I've read on Twitter and stuff like that. I've seen it, but I don't use it. And I mean, you can just look at the RSI. Bitcoin's making higher highs on the weekly and lower highs on the RSI. So I mean, a lot of people are looking for it to turn around soon. But you got to follow price. Price is king to me and to most successful traders that I know. The pi cycle is an indicator. It's a lagging indicator. I'm not exactly sure how it's calculated or anything. I'll do some research into it though and check it out. I don't use it myself, so I don't have anything. I can't help you. Apologies. So long. We've done Algo Ran twice. Yeah, you're gonna find that on this stream, because this thing that I'm looking at, it's basically gathering up all the comments from YouTube and throwing them over here on my face. So like I'm scrolling down them, reading them, and then it'll glitch out and go all the way to the bottom, and then I lose my spot. I got a lot more respect for YouTubers now, because it's not as easy as, I'm completely out of my comfort zone doing this stuff. So that's why we double do a lot of things. Can you say how we can become a member of the channel? Yeah, if you look on my page, you'll see a join button right next to where it says subscribe. You can just click that, and then it'll give you instructions on what to do next. I only have 2 levels set up now. I was gonna do 3 and make a chat room, but I'm so busy in C.T.M chat room. I'm gonna give that some time before I think about doing something like that. But there's only 2 levels. The second level, the more expensive $5 one, I'm going to do an extra live stream for members only, and they're going to be able to ask me questions, pick my brain, so to speak. There won't be any time limit or anything on those things, so that's what that's all about. The other one is just the $1.99 one, is just so you can basically support. You get a badge next to your name and stuff like that. So yeah, it's down there. Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you guys. Thank you for your insight in stream. Thank you for being here, Dustin. I appreciate it. Let me just scroll up, because I did hit the bottom of this thing. Can we buy now? Can we buy now? I guess you could buy whenever you want. I don't know if you're talking about Bitcoin or the membership. Either one, you can buy whenever you want. I don't know if buying Bitcoin right now is a good idea, but a pullback, a small one, any pullback would probably be better. All right, looks like I covered everything. So, I didn't cover that. UBX, let's go look at it. I don't know what that is. I bet Brandon does. Against Ethereum, that's all I see. That's UBOTs. That's the same thing, I'm guessing. UBXT USD, UBX Ethereum. Yeah, that's a very bullish candle, no doubt about it. Versus Ethereum, I don't trade anything versus Ethereum. I only trade against the coin. The Bitcoin, I think I'm going to, though. I did put some ETH in there, so I can. It's just, it seems like a lot of those assets have way less liquidity in them than the ones versus Bitcoin. So this doesn't look bad, though. Doesn't look bad. It's extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. If you're looking for an entry, look for a test of this level right here, 460. If you get down there, that might be a buying opportunity. Looking for bullish continuation. You are getting ready to close above this support or resistance. Yeah, it's strong. It's strong. This is the target. Ooh, did you see that big move down though? Yeah, these things will hurt you if you're not careful. If you don't know what you're doing, I don't suggest you trade them. That's a massive move on a 4-hour. Not so liquid on a 5-minute. Yeah, it's definitely crazy. That's that crazy trading. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute. Let me just think if I forgot anything. Oh, tomorrow I'll be doing the FX weekly outlook. I will be doing that at the market open at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to stop by, I'll be talking about the FX pairs that I'm going to be looking at. What the dollar is going to do and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Just pay attention to what Bitcoin's doing. Don't buy it up here. Please wait for Bitcoin to find a pullback, because that's just the safer thing to do, as you are absolutely crushing it on a daily candle. So that's a big strong move today. So see what happens around 57,909 if Bitcoin chooses to pull back. That might be an entry. But up here, you don't want to buy highs. You just don't want to do it. Save yourself the agony of getting stopped out or whatever. Just wait for pullbacks. Just make trading easy. Make it easier. All right, guys. Yeah. I'll check out this real quick for you, and then I will bounce. I don't know that either. Phantom Tether. You want it against Tether, Bitcoin, USD. Let's look at it against the dollar. It's not so strong. There's not much data on it. Not much data, so it's rather new. So let it find a bottom. Has it found a bottom? It's possible. This was your support. You closed below it. If you close back above it strongly, then test it again and unable to close back below it, that might be a bullish entry. Since it's a rather new asset, according to this data feed, might be making a bottom. Might be. If it fails to close above that line today, like if it closes back below there, it's probably heading lower, and just give it time. All right, just give it time. All right, everybody. You guys have a great day. If you're in the Discord, I will see you there. If not, just drop a comment in the comment section below once this video gets posted to YouTube, and I will answer any question that I've missed, or if you just have one randomly pop up in your head, just drop it in that comment section and I'll get to it. And thank you guys for showing up. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you trade smart, make sure you trade safe, and happy trading, everybody.